Perspective Entertainment, the newest Black Center entertainment-based show. It's our second episode, and you know we ready to get the good vibes going. I'm your host, Paris Holmes, and down there on the far end, I got my lovely co-host.
Hey guys, how are ya?
Today, you feel me, we got a very, very busy guest with us. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself, man?
Sure. Thank you guys for having me. My name is Dennis Molina, also known as Common Plays with my photography business. And yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Well, we're excited to have you, so.
Not as excited as I am.
Is this a competition?
Maybe just a little bit, bro. Just a little bit.
You better relax before I make you dance.
My bad. I don't got rhythm. I can't beat y'all in that.
Nah, he's gonna shake his hips. You gotta shake your hips.
I can't.
He takes pictures of people shaking their hips, but he don't actually shake his hips.
I'm not in front of the camera most of the time.
So, alright, I talked about your resume and all that, and you said, I told you was a very busy man, so like, give us a little insight of what you've been doing, man.
Yeah, sure. So if we want to talk about my involvement, currently president for 2.5, vice president for the National Society for Black Engineers, senior advisor for Digital Music Association, co-director of public relations for Fashion at Oswego, and secretary for the Oswego Photo Club.
Okay.
Look at this. Look at this.
Look at that.
2.5 president, NSBE vice president. Come on now. That's a banger.
FAO. And the photo club.
Like, out of all of these, I'm not gonna ask which is your favorite, but like, which one takes like the most time to get everything rolling?
That's a very good question. To get things rolling, I would definitely say DMA takes more time out of my week, just because it is kind of like I would say it's a passion organization, right? Mm-hmm. It's a music thing. So it's like, obviously we have to do like e-board stuff within the school and whatnot, but we also take time every Saturday and every weekend to like have studio sessions. Like we hang out outside of just like e-board stuff to like create stuff for the e-board. So I would say like on a week-to-week basis, definitely DMA. But when it comes to planning, maybe I would say 2.5, just because I kind of like help spearhead that as the president. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
So we did talk a little bit about NSBE.
Yeah.
Like a week ago. Oh, we're not doing that today. I'm just saying. So we did talk about that. Can you give us a little insight about that?
Yeah. So NSBE is the National Society for.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
We're gonna cut the commercial break. No, I'm kidding. It's definitely not allergy season anymore.
Stay away from me, man. Stay away from me, like.
Are we good? Let us know.
I can see the tear.
You want to mute your mic.
It's about to ruin the makeup. Yeah, NSBE is the National Society for Black Engineers. Okay.
I mean, like, what, like, tell us a little bit about it, like, why?
Okay, my bad. My first time being on the show, I got a little confused. But it is the National Society for Black Engineers. It is basically just a hub for POC students to have a place where they have people who have been in the shoes that they have been in, right? Obviously, we have the tutoring center, we have the Computer Science Association, but it's kind of, at least in my experience, everybody knows a computer science student that ended up switching their major after the first year, right? Our main goal is to kind of like prevent that, mitigate that, and try to help that. We really want to have a space where not only we have people who are POC that are feeling comfortable within their major, but also thriving within their major, right? Because a lot of us that do come here, I know me, I probably failed upwards for like 2-3 years. And that shouldn't be the case, you know? It took me a while for me to kind of get like the hang of my major. So our whole thing is basically going back and making sure that people do not have to experience that, right? So we have tutoring, we have workshops, we collaborate with Women in Computing, we collaborate with the Human Computer Interaction Club, we may even collaborate with the Computer Science Association, but it's basically just a way for students to come and know that they are supported and that they can get the help that they deserve.
All right, so with all that going on, with certain orgs, like I already asked you which is like the most time consuming, but how do you like time manage all of them all together on a like daily basis?
I really don't know. I feel like For a lot of these organizations, they kind of like they're passions for me, you know, you kind of have to care about them. So I think like if I have a break between this class and the next class, maybe I could fit in 1 or 2 tasks when it comes to either of the organizations. Like maybe I can, you know, talk to this person, have this quick meeting, do this, do that. But it's just about like finding every nook and cranny within your schedule to try and fit something in.
Do you ever have like time to take a nap?
Yeah, like do you get exhausted?
I take naps all the time. Naps
you got time.
I mean, the way I have my schedule set up is kind of like Tuesdays and Thursdays are my free days. So I kind of like scheduled it out that way. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, it's just kind of, everything's just running at the same time.
Yeah.
So basically what you're just saying, I'm not gonna lie, that was a little bit of sneakness. Today is Monday.
Yeah.
So did we like interfere with some, you know, plans that's going on?
Not really, you know. I have DMA actually at this time, but I let them know that I was going to be here, and they're very supportive too, so they didn't mind at all.
Okay, so you brought up DMA, you brought up 2.5, you brought up, you know, all your 5. What's your favorite? Just let's get a tier ranking at least.
Yeah, like
give me
what's
the
your
top
favorite?
3.
Okay. Oh man.
Oh man.
I'm gonna definitely have to go with DMA as my first one. Just because I get very big-headed. I'm a very big-headed person, and I feel like DMA was kind of the first organization that kind of gave me, like obviously I got my position, I came in, but they kind of gave me the floor and gave me the space to kind of just put my ideas to light, you know? I really feel like DMA is very, very unique because yes, everybody has their certain role, but we all work together for a common goal. And I feel like that was the first time I got to have that experience within SUNY Oswego. And it worked out in our favor. I mean, we finally got an album going. We put it out recently this last summer. And before that, at the close of last semester, we had a Creators Ball. It was a very, very good way for us to have different artists from DC, from New York City, from here in Oswego, and kind of just showcase all of their talent. Like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the term like ghetto gospel, but it's like,
It's the raw wave, bro.
yeah. I don't know about all that. But basically, you know, like these are kids who come from like impoverished communities. These are kids who never really had a support system growing up. These are kids who are kind of trying to escape a reality within their lives that involves that most kids growing up in like impoverished communities, the only way you're gonna make it out is either jail or a basketball player, right? And like these are kids who kind of took the risk towards like doing something that's a passion for them, right? You know, for so many years they kind of didn't have that space, you know, and to kind of create that space, it's like, okay, yeah, we're ghetto kids, we're ghetto children, this is ghetto gospel, you know, it put everybody in one room and it let everybody shine and it let everybody shine in their own way. They didn't have to conform to any rules, they didn't have to conform to any regulations. They were able to come as they are from wherever they're from, and they were able to kind of
I mean, when we come back, we're gonna dig a little deep into Dennis' background. So stay tuned.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
And it could be your last chance to see one occur for 2 decades, as the next time one will be visible over the continental U.S.
Excuse me, 84. Yarrow told police in the hospital that he had pressed the doorbell and waited.
They mix with oxygen and nitrogen and become briefly
You know. Alright, welcome back. Perspective Entertainment. You know, we still here with my boy Dennis, you feel me? So right now, we about to get into a whole lot of like, you know, background on my boy Dennis. So the first thing I do want to point out is like, he takes pictures. So I asked him to take a few pictures of me and my friends. What was the event? What was the event? Was it
Was it the variety show?
I think it was the variety show.
BSU, the Black Student Union variety show.
Yeah,
I think. Maybe.
I ain't gonna lie, that was a banger.
I could be
So, you know, whenever, I'm just saying, those pictures he took of me and my friends.
Looking like a smooth criminal.
A smooth criminal might be a little, you know, I did have on, I don't think I had on 2 watches for that event.
Arletta's back, everybody. Arletta's back. She got some cough drops. So
Not too much.
Oh, yeah, I did
not too much.
forget.
Yeah. If
back.
y'all know, y'all know. And y'all know. Like,
What are we supposed to be doing?
I cough when it's like really like quiet. Like, it's just in the wrong places. Like, I come into FCC, I be like, ooh, let me take everything off because it's too hot. Like, I guess. Yeah.
What? So, I don't.
Just please. Just please.
You know you got it.
I'm sorry.
I'll trust you. I'm gonna trust you. So can you give us a little like background on what made you start, you know, taking pictures of everybody?
Yeah. So I was always the type of kid where like anytime I was outside or something, I would always like, but middle school and high school, if I had my phone on me and I was outside, like, and there was just something that I liked that like would like just click, like I would just immediately take a photo of it. It was almost like automatic.
The sunset. Oh, look at the sunset.
Hold on.
I like that.
We're right next to each other.
I know, but I'm like that
Yeah,
though.
right?
I see the sunset, be like, bookers.
Why'd she say on though? Like,
Because that's how you start. You always gotta like involve with your dreams.
Show, right? No, I actually no, that's not how it happened.
Oh,
Anyways.
What?
But I kind of just started doing that, and it was kind of like, I don't know, for a while my friends would kind of be annoyed with it. It would be like, yo, bro, why are you taking flicks of everything? And I was like, yo, bro, you don't see this?
So did you just have pictures like on your iPhone?
On my phone, yeah, I had like the iPhone 8. So like eventually I just ended up investing in my own camera. It's still the same camera I use today. I got like a $500 bundle on Amazon with 2 lenses, which for camera prices, if anybody knows about cameras, that is a really, really, really good deal. Came with a camera bag, 2 different lenses, and a camera body. That's like a steal. But little by little, I just started capturing photos of like my everyday life. Like if I was going to a party, I take pictures. If I was like
That's how I met Dennis, yeah.
That's how I met Arlette.
That's how we met each other, yeah.
If I was going to an event, I would take pictures. If I was outside doing something, I would take pictures and just like.
Hold on, I know you. That's a clean little fit.
What do you think
that's a dinner. That might be.
4-piece. That's a 4-piece right there.
Nah, you know me, and my friends Chrissy on the left with the the clean little turtleneck. Jenna and Shay.
Do you not see that?
That's clean. Look, he finessed
ate?
those.
You ate?
He did.
I don't know, but the picture got ruined though when Paris was in there.
A little bit, but you know he was fine. He was fine. That's a fresh dad pose. That's like.
That is the dad pose after Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, it's like
Let's see a picture.
Are y'all calling me uncle?
3 kids.
Yeah, uncle.
That's. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the most insane thing I've ever heard. That's the most insane thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, there's that. These are actually one of my first photos. It was at the Freaknik last year, hosted by Fashion and Oswego, both Black Beauties and African American Male Empowerment Network. Shout out Wes. Wes has been there with me throughout my entire photography journey.
Wes.
Ever since I first started taking pictures, Wes was there for me, and we would always take pictures back and forth. This was my first time going to New York City, actually. Right? A lot of people think I'm from New York City. I'm not from New York City. I'm from DC.
DC.
The heavy DC vibes. You feel me? Shout out to Mose.
Whoever says that be gassing you up.
Type.
Whatever. She don't even know where she lives. She don't know where she's from.
And this was from Rochester.
She don't know where she's from. She don't know where she's from.
Manhattan. Shout out to y'all.
Anyways.
Manhattan. There's like 3 people from Manhattan at this school. Anyways, so yeah, There's also that. I shot that in Onondaga. No, I did not shoot that in Onondaga. But yeah, there was that. And yeah, but little by little, we've been progressing and doing more photography.
Is that like the part that says phases? Is that like, did you edit that or was that like?
Yeah, no, I included that. That. It's kind of how I felt, you know. It's just like
Your phases in life?
it was just phases in life, man. But then that is from the actual DMA event that I was telling you guys about, the Creators Ball, where we got a bunch of artists to come out and perform. And not at all. I'm in the studio though.
I can spit something.
Spit something.
Yo, what's good? My name is Darla. I came with the track with Perspective Entertainment. Boom.
Take it away, Dennis. Take it away.
That's from Party Next Door. That's from Party Next Door came for Ozfest. I got the opportunity to take pictures at that concert. I was a little far, but I think they still came out pretty good. That was over this summer. That's right where I live in DC on U Street. If you guys know about U Street, you know about U Street.
Stop the video, screenshot it, and let's find where he lives.
Don't do that. Why would you do that? That was from the.
That's a beautiful picture. Is that Madison?
Yeah, that's Madison.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was you in the front. I swear.
That's gotta be racist. It's gotta be racist. But yeah, that was from.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That was from the annual Darty that the Alphas here host on campus. But yeah, that's kind of like what I try to aspire with my photography, right? Like none of this is planned, none of this is coordinated. Obviously, there are going to be some pictures that are planned and are a little bit more coordinated, but this is just basically what I see in my day-to-day life, right? Like this is just me at the event viewing. You're looking at the event how I'm viewing the event, right? You know, we're not all good with words, and sometimes I'm horrible with words. But that's the perspective right there. But like you know, like you can't fake what you see. You can't fake your senses, right?
That's true.
And yeah, so this is just this is from our headshots for Oz photography that I did with Asiwaju Oswego at the beginning of the semester. We just basically noticed that the community was growing little by little by little, and we wanted to highlight that. These are different student leaders, these are different personalities, there's poets, there's thinkers, there's philosophers, right? This from
picture's tough.
That's like album cover right there. Drake.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. This is from Belle by KK's photo shoot. She
might be on the show.
She has a cosmetic business. It's all vegan. It's all cruelty free. She had a lip gloss that she was putting out. So we got a few models. We did that in Onondaga, actually in my dorm last year.
So who are those, like little rose petals?
Yeah, those are little rose petals.
Okay.
This is another one from the Darty that the Alphas hosted. Shout out to Alphas.
Making like campus look like a movie, and I love that.
I swear you do.
Because I don't be looking at it like that either.
This was about 3 weeks ago, maybe about 3 weeks ago. It was probably like 8 p.m. by the Village. I was just outside of Pics by Danny, if anybody knows that. Her. PIXX by Danny on Instagram, but she got the picture and then I did the editing. And like, yeah, I really wanted to do something maybe like a little bit like more, it feels immersive, you know? There's a lot of green happening, like you're hit with it, right? You can't hide from it.
Hold on, Dennis, you can't tell them all of it. You know why?
Wow.
Because we're coming back with you with a break.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
no.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
Did you know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up of that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
we'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
Hey guys, so Dennis was telling us about his photography and everything. I want to ask you a question.
Yep.
So with your photography, how do you think that like helped you, like with how can I say this in a way, like how do you think it helped you like throughout like coming to college, a different change than DC? Like, do you think it brought you an escape?
I think it definitely helped me, I guess, realize my emotions. For like the first 6 months that I got my camera, it was very much just like I'll pull it out whenever, I'll take pictures if I feel like it. But then I really got heavy into it during what I would say was like a moment of like isolation for me, I think. You know, like classes were kicking my ass. I don't know if I can say that. But classes were kind of really hard on me, and there was just a lot of pressure from coming from like all different parts, and it was just kind of like, again, nobody is ever going to be the best of words, you know? I think it was just a way for me to kind of like express how I feel in a lot of ways, because I think like it's not as normalized to talk about mental health, but it definitely, like I said, you can't fake your senses, right? So when it comes to like images, when it comes to music, when it comes to art, poetry, you kind of can't fake that, you know, and you kind of can't fake those emotions.
So
I feel like that's a great way to put it.
It is a great way, because I'm not going to lie, like with me, with my poetry, I be writing, but like when I be writing like things that are in my head. That's why it's like low-key harder for me to like open up, like let's say when they be inviting me to like read my poetry, because it's like, damn, like.
Can we hear a poem?
No.
You want to hear a poem? I want to hear a poem.
Nah. This is about you.
Okay.
This is next time.
I'll interview her next time.
But yeah, like, so then it's like, you know how you're like going through all this, like, did you go like, with all these different changes, like, how was it experiencing that like a lot of people are not who you think they are?
I think with that there comes, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
I think with that there comes the realization that we're all always going to be growing into our best selves, you know?
I agree.
That's not to say to not hold anybody accountable for anything, but that is to say that we have to recognize that this life is very long, and there's a lot that we will be learning when it comes to this lifetime, you know? So obviously there are going to be, I guess what you would say, situations where people are not who you think they are, but I think that's kind of like the beauty of getting to understand yourself and getting to understand like who you want to be. It's like, maybe I don't click with this person. Maybe this situation made me feel like this group wasn't the right group for me, you know? I think it's more of a positive thing when you come to that realization, right? Because like you kind of learn a little bit more about yourself when you learn the things that you don't like.
It's like basically like when you come into college. Excuse me, yeah. But it's like when you come into college. It's like you come into college thinking about something, but like a lot of things are not what you really think what they are. Like letting friends go, relationship problems, like academic stress, not like, let's say for example, I came from high school with good grades, on top of that, ranked 5 in my classes, and then it's like I come to college and it's like you starting over, and like you're just new. Paris, how do you feel about that? Like, did you go through a change coming here?
I mean, I did go through that change, but once again, like, it wasn't that drastic of a change because it wasn't a PWI in high school. But, you know, I did grow up in, like, I didn't grow up there. I went to a, you know, predominantly white high school as well. So, like, I kind of got used to just having everybody around me be, you know, not as close to me. So, like, having to find myself a lot of the times. So, I feel like with that, a lot of things that when I came to college, it was just like I was already been through it. So, I guess I learned from, like, a younger age than most. But it's still a few troubles, you know what I mean?
I have this saying that is like, feel your emotions. Do you guys agree with that? Like, let's say for an example, like, you know how people be like, nah, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, and it builds up. I always be like, feel your emotions, because if you don't feel your emotions, like, you could really like pop out of rage. Do you guys agree with that saying?
Yeah, I think energy is contagious. And I think when it comes to your emotions, like, you can feel how somebody else is feeling when you're in a room with them, you know? So I think, again, it comes back to, like, understanding who you want to be and understanding that we are always learning and we are always growing. And with that comes feeling your emotions, you know? It helps you define who you are. It helps you, like, kind of troubleshoot, like, your character, your personality and whatnot. So I would say so.
And then I know that you have like a podcast coming soon, so tell us more about that.
The way, like, the name of your podcast, that's some heat, so you gotta tell us.
Hold on. What's the name? What's the name?
Fifth life crisis, guys.
What is it? Say it again. Say it again.
Fifth life crisis, like 5, like a midlife crisis, but a fifth life crisis.
You might as well just tell us about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to hear this.
We here for some.
So you know how I do photography and you guys have me here because I do photography? It's kind of like that in a way where I have different people like authors, poets, producers, musicians, singers, rappers, and I bring them on and we basically talk about their life condition, you know. We talk about like maybe like their hardest moments within their life and how they use like whatever creative endeavor they're currently doing to kind of like mitigate that and go through that, you know? Because I feel like, again, when you talk about feeling your emotions and then when you talk about having a creative endeavor, like allowing yourself to feel your emotions kind of highlights that, you know? And when it comes to like, there's a fifth life crisis is basically like a midlife crisis, but between the ages of 18 and 23. It's kind of like where you're not yet a kid. I mean, you're not yet an adult, but you're still not technically a kid. And it's like, it's one of the most transformative like parts of your life, I would say. So like I kind of talk about that, and then we kind of lean on how whatever creative endeavor they have helps them go through that.
I feel like with that, the fifth life crisis, like a lot of teenagers might not even teenagers, you know, young adults don't have that platform to like hear that somebody else is going through the same thing that they're going through. So I feel like that's, you know, you did tell us that you know you haven't put out a new episode in a while, so we're here to tell you today, not today.
If you need people, I'm here because I could talk about
this. This is where I get to interview them.
Yes.
You can't cough on the podcast, so.
I will. I'll be good. I'll be good.
No coughing allowed.
I'll be good.
There'll be no dust. We'll clean up all the dust.
And I feel like we also did touch a little bit about, you know, you having certain friend groups, and maybe sometimes people might just take advantage of you just because you take pictures, like, and you always want to like find your tribe or something like that. Can you like tell us a little bit more, like how do you pick friends and like who to really get close to?
I don't know. I feel like I'm just at a point in my life where I'm only around people who love me. I think for a while you get into college, and especially for me, everything kind of just hit me like a wall. Like, you know, there's parties, there's this, there's that, there's this, there's that. Like before I knew it, like I guess my friendships and like the amount of people I was around kind of just exploded. And for a while it was fun, yeah, but then you kind of crash out and you burn out of that.
And it consumes your energy.
Yeah, so I feel like right now I kind of just learned that, you know, everyone has to find their tribe and everybody has to find people that they know are good for them, you know? And that's kind of how I go with my relationships now. So things just kind of tend to work out in that way.
Did you, like, at any point have a feeling that, like, people were only around you because you took pictures that, like, you could benefit them, or was it really nothing?
I mean, a little bit, but then I kind of, you know, I have to put myself in their shoes, and I also have to realize that, you know, everybody has a dream, and it's not something I should take personal, you know? If I can help the next person in one way, then screw it. Let's work. Let's see if it works. Let's see if something comes out of that. And if it doesn't, then, hey, man, we tried. But then, like, you know, every door is open, and every door is always going to be open, because, again, like, you know, we all could use a hand. We all could use somebody to lean on, and we all could use, like, a way to get into that door, whatever that may be.
So I feel like, you know, this was a great show, you feel me? We are running out of time, which is kind of sad.
Running out of time.
Shout out to all the creators.
We got a little singing action by, you know, my girl.
I gotta work on my TV voice like you guys. Yeah, I feel like this was a great show.
This might be a great show.
We had a great time.
Always be true to yourselves, everyone.
That's going to do it for this week's episode of Perspective Entertainment. A big thanks from our boy Dennis for being on the show today.
Thank you guys for having me.
See you in a few weeks. Shake it.
Piss.
Shake it.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
You don't have a mic. You have to shake.